Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. And the crowd is making this house absolutely electric. It's the Cal Golden Bears and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Cornhuskers ready to kick it away first. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So California's offense will get first crack at it here. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the bulletin.
Might have a chance. Makes it past the marker. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run it from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
From the gun on third down, Sangapolitelli hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. The Cornhuskers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And we get our first look at Anthony Calandria. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. Tight end now in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Sangapolitelli. Here's the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Now here's Jaron Songopogatelli. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Golden Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Calandria. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
That's a nice job by the offense there on their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The RPO, it's complete. On the move at the 30. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing Songopogatelli. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Sangopolitelli from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. Oh, he got loose. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Sangopolitelli, play action. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Golden Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Play number 9 on this drive. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Now here's Sangopolitelli. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score it.
Touchdown, Golden Bears! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking for room at the 40. Maybe some room here. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Going downfield for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. 3rd down following the sack by the D. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He wants to go deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And that is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Makes the grab on the left. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They're dealing with a second and long. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Backed up now, here's second and long. JKS. Quick strike complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got the quick pass. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have run in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off! What a play by this defense. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Golden Bears! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
17, Nebraska, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Under fire. Trying to get away. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He lets one fly deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Cornhuskers head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Makes a catch. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Offense in a bunch formation. Could not make his way to the corner.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Oh, they're after him. Finds a tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, in the back.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sangopolitelli on the play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Jaron Kiave Sangopolitelli took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Made a defender miss. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They go play action with Sangopolitelli. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's second and goal. Now they'll run the draw. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cal!
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Looking for blockers. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quick completion to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Sangopolitelli. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there, they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Snags it on the right. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Quarterback extends the play. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. He's looking to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
Looking for the two-point try. They want to throw it. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game. Bringing it out. Drills him with the stiff arm. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Fires to the big fella. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. The Golden Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. To the air, it's Calandria. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides to back and leaves it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.